before the cut down day, Brett Veach at midnight, like Cinderella, right at 11:59, this guy's making moves, trading a pick to get Cam Thomas, edge rusher from the Arizona Cardinals, third round pick in 2022 from San Diego State. JD, you talked about D-line help, and looks like they went and got one. They didn't like what they saw. They went and got a guy who, has got a lot of potential. Hasn't really lived up to it so far in his career, but, bring him, give him a season with Joe Cullen. I think he'll be all right. What do you make of that move? I know you were big on getting D-line help, and we found a guy. What do you make of what you've seen from him so far?
I tell you what, he's got good size, 6'5", 270. You could tell he's a hard worker. He's one of those guys that just keeps coming. He's very versatile. He plays defensive end, defensive tackle. I've seen how Arizona moved him around a little bit. Don't know too much about him, to be honest with you. Just some of the highlights. I kind of looked at some of the things. So he's got some good qualities to him. And I think he's one of those guys who's relentless. You need a guy like that who's relentless, somebody who's just not comfortable where he's at. But we needed that type of help. We really did. Good motor, right, Timmy? 1, 2, 3. We need high motor guys. I said that. I thought George Clough is a guy, high motor guy. He's going to keep coming. FAU, high motor guy. He's going to keep coming. He's going to be able to do a good job against the pass and the run. And so it was very important for us to get a guy like that here. So defensive end, defensive tackle, he kind of fits two modes. So I think just for us, I think it was a great move. It was a great move. And I said this. I said we're going to go after somebody who might have been a defensive end or defensive tackle. We needed help there. We just didn't see a lot of that, Marcus, during preseason. A lot of pressures. We didn't see a whole lot of guys giving moves. And so that was a cause for concern. But I'm glad that we have him here. I do. I think he's going to fit in well for what we do. So.
And like you said, being able to play inside, outside, obviously that was a big thing, the reason why they wanted FAU in last year's draft class. He could play inside and he could play outside. I think I read some Cardinals fans said they kind of misplayed him by playing him just strictly outside, not really giving him kind of inside. There were some looks where he had preseason 2 years ago where they did play him more like that, and they kind of got away from doing that with him. And, I gotta say this too, he did play with J.J. Watt for about a year, so he's got some of that, talk about playing with a guy who knows a thing or two about a thing or two. He's got that in his knowledge. Now he's going to come over here, work with Chris Jones, work with Joe Cullen. So, I mean, a lot of room for him to dominate in Kansas City, and also just another guy like Karloff who's got a nonstop motor, is going to be bringing the pain and the heat all day long. So you got to love that.
I tell you what, the guys better be ready because he's going to take somebody's reps. Put it that way. So if you don't come correct, you don't come in with that high motor like he's given every single day of practice, he will replace some guys, okay? If you trying to get out there on the field, he's going to take it. He's going to take it just by attrition. He's going to take it just by overworking, outworking everybody. So, hey, man, look, buyers beware. If you don't be looking over your shoulders, you're going to sit over and start counting your reps, okay? This is what this guy is brought in to do. All right? They're not playing around. They need guys in here who's going to go out here and cause some noise. And I love it. Guys like that, man, you got to love. You got to. He's going to cause some havoc, and that's what you need, especially against a run, especially against a pass. And so, like you said, relentless spirit. He's going to keep coming. So, good to have you, Cam. Good to have you here.
And it tells you, like, you and I talked about how we think FAU is going to improve this year, but he didn't really flash during this preseason. And then you couple that, he hasn't flashed. We won't see Omenihu till later on the season. Herring, no one really flashed. And obviously we talked about, there was no Chris Jones during the preseason. So it was tough to, when you don't have your guy in the middle. You didn't really show much. And then you bring in Cam Thomas. That's time to better buckle up here. You better fast that seatbelt because someone's coming for that job. You better be ready to move.
Hey man, look, the big dogs is at the table. Everybody's ready to eat. Okay, and just saying that, I see my sweetie on here. She's actually cooking dinner tonight. Hey Jay, good to see you, sweet. Okay, she's cooking a nice meal, so I could smell the aroma. Okay, my baby could burn, So, but yeah, good to see her. But that is it is. Look, Marcus, we're talking about going out of here and particular reps. It's all about who's performing, who wants it more. This is what NFL is all about. I'm telling you right now. Look, make no mistake about it, okay? We're not just going to give you reps because we like you and, hey, you've been here for a couple of years. Hey, you was on the team last year. That ain't how it works. This is a performance-based business. And so when a guy comes in here, we're talking about looking around and there's scraps on the table. It's all about who wants to get it. That's the bottom line, period, point blank. And so if guys ain't ready and you sitting back like, oh, okay, I'm going to get some reps, I'm get in the game. No. That's not how it works, okay? It's about the ones that want some more going out here to try to perform, to show what they can do. Because everybody not just trying to be on a team, guys are trying to get a contract. And so let's say Cam comes in here, tears it up, right? You're going to reward a guy like that. He's looking for a long-term contract. You're trying to make a friendship and a relationship. That's how these things work. And so if anybody didn't find out today how it works, okay, we don't just keep guys on here because we like you. You got to perform. And so we see how guys, careers might end. Could be their last day. So everybody's out here trying to get it, okay? Trying to get it. So make sure you understand this is about business, pure business, and you better perform. So,
and this is one of the positions you talked about that, you don't really need to like learn the routes, none of that stuff. You get in and it's like, go get the quarterback. See ball, go get ball. See quarterback, go get quarterback.
Go get it. Hey, there's meat out there. Go get it. Go get it. Pure and simple. That's it, right? You just need to be a wild. When I hear it, I always go back to, when talking about wild dogs, right? Lawrence Taylor. Be a wild dog. You got to be a wild dog. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Biting knees, ankles, and all that. They got on, what's the name of Dan Campbell up here talking about, not on knees. If you're on defense, that's what you got to do, okay? So that's what it is. That's what it is. So I'm good with that.
So then we move over to the other side of the ball. We'll start with tight end. We love our tight ends here on this show, specifically tight ends. JD, what do you make of Peyton Hendershot and the Chiefs not only cutting Irv Smith, but going to get Peyton Hendershot to be the fourth tight end on the squad?
I don't know. Another guy. I don't know too much about him either. I think I might have seen him in a couple of games, catch a couple of balls with Dallas. That's about it. But this move is actually kind of shocking to me, to be honest with you. I didn't think they were looking for another tight end. I thought Irv fit the bill of what they wanted. But I think Carson Steele is going to be the guy they're looking at, more of a fullback type of guy doing the heavy lifting in the backfield and whatnot. So him and Irv weren't going to be able to play the same position. Now, this guy right here, because we have tight ends could go out there, catch the passes. Noah's going to be able to do double duty. Here, he can block. They said he was used primarily as a blocker. So he's got to be pretty good in the blocking game. Those are something that I got to see. I got to see a little bit more of him. And I'll watch a little bit of film, trying to get some more as far as what he's done in the league. But for them to seek out and go get another tight end of his caliber says a lot. And so I think they're going to utilize him. There's no reason to bring the guy in if they're going to use him. So welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, Caesar says Hendershot was acquired to be the Blake Bell replacement, as he also played 400 snaps on special teams, which I mentioned in the open. What does that tell you? I mean, did you see anything? I know we haven't seen a lot of the guy, but what have you seen as far as blocking? And do you think that was something that obviously that kind of hurt Irv Smith at the end? That was more like, we don't need another guy who can just can catch the ball, or we needed somebody who can do things like special teams and do things like being able to be in the trenches a little bit.
You know what, man? I didn't think he did a terrible job. I thought he did a very sufficient job at blocking, but maybe they thought they needed something more, and that's them making that decision. But I didn't think Irv did a terrible job. He can catch the ball. He's very athletic, but apparently the Chiefs didn't think so. And so, like I said before, we can like him. The Chiefs got to love him to keep on the team. And so I guess they felt like, hey, we can move on from Irv. Maybe Irv have a chance to go somewhere else. So it still remains to be seen, man. I'm actually pretty interested to see what this guy can do for us. So We'll
Yeah.
definitely see. And special teams, they said special teams over 400 plus snaps on special teams. That's great too. So that's a guy that can fill a role on special teams. You have to worry about sending other guys down who might not be as effective down there. So
Yeah, and like you always say, you have to make yourself useful all over the field, and that's one thing that Irv Smith really hasn't played a lot of in his career. I was playing a lot of special teams, which at the end, when you are fighting for that fourth or third tight end spot, like you're not playing special teams if you're really not like that hasn't been your thing. It's going to be tough to make the team as the fourth tight end.
it's hard. That is absolutely hard, man. They got to utilize you and have a place for you. So he fills the bill of the special teams guy. Um, you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't have some of the long snapping in his background. You know what I mean? Doing something like that. I'm sure they done full homework on this guy. So I seen Kathy say something. Witchy Hall said, "I've always loved Irv. Roll Tide, Roll Tide." That's my cousin. My cousins love. They in Alabama, huge Alabama fans. Who's that? The one dude I can't think of his. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Roll Tide, roll. Or Blitz, Bama, Blitz. You ever seen him? He's funny. I can't think his name. Somebody, they'll bring it up.
Well, I saw a comedian. I forgot his name.
Drewski does it.
Drewski. That's right.
He did it with yeah, but this guy's been doing it for a long time, man. He's funny. He's a funny guy. Yeah, he goes through it, boy. You talk about the Tide and all that. He went through it when Nick Saban got let go. Oh, Nick, what we gonna do, Nick? Oh, Nick. He's funny. It's funny. So we go back.
They had some hard times before Saban got there. So this guy is a diehard. He probably experienced the Brody Croyle days, when they were like a 7-5 type team.
Yeah. Oh, Brody, my brother.
But Hendershot, solid. I feel for Irv Smith. We were in talks with getting him on our show at some point after training camp, and obviously things went south a little bit, but wish him the best of luck where he goes elsewhere. But bring another tight end, a guy who can play special teams. Love it. Save our other guys.
So Caesar Noel Quignon says Hendershot also good in jet sweeps. Dallas has used him on jet sweep plays, on goal line plays. You blocking, or you're talking about him taking the sweep? Blocking, I'm sure. If he's gotten a couple little, maybe they've done that. I don't know. So maybe because he's versatile, he's able to do some different things. I have no idea. Like I said, he's done a little bit more homework than I have, so I have no idea.
20. He's gotten 2 carries over the last year. So 2022, 1 carry, 2 yards, 1 touchdown, and then 2023, 1 carry, 0 yards.
Okay. All right. So yeah, wow, good. Rotile Willie. That's him. Rotile Willie. That's it. We'll go ahead.
No, I would say so. He adds that to his arsenal too. So a little special teams guy, and you can do some gimmick trick plays with him. We know we love rolling out unnecessary trick plays. So there you go, Hendershot on a jet sweep.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's still kind of shocking to me actually getting another tight end. Really. So good. He's here.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.